So we've all had the issue. We've all seen it, we've all heard it, we've all heard of it on the forums. The MK8 GTi has a real problem. It's the driver assist function. It throws a bunch of errors and then nobody knows how to get it fixed, and then you end up at the dealership getting your steering wheel replaced. So there is a fix for it. You can do it yourself. Let me show you how. So originally I thought the issue was actually with the radar inside of the center of the Volkswagen logo on the front of the MK8 GTi. And then I thought maybe it was these sensors right here. Well, turns out it's not. The actual issue is the driver assist module. This little guy right here. Now the reason Volkswagen, when you go in to warranty the car or get it replaced, the reason they replace the whole steering wheel is because this little guy right here is in the steering wheel. Now I'm here to tell you, you can replace this yourself. You can upgrade it to where you don't have to have your hands on the steering wheel at all if you go with one of these aftermarket ones. And I'll give you a couple different options down in the description of the video so you know which ones to go with. So in order to get inside the steering wheel to replace this, what you're gonna actually need to do is you're actually gonna unlock your steering wheel. So we're gonna do this and we're gonna turn it sideways. The reason you're turning it sideways is because you want to make sure that you can access the little holes that attach the airbag in the center of the steering wheel. So we're actually going to remove the airbag out of the steering wheel. Now this will be a little easier if you take a flathead screwdriver and you pop up right here and you remove this cover. I'm just going to fold it up like that. Then that should give you access to the back of the steering wheel where these clips are right here. What you're doing here is you're pulling these clips off those little hooks from the outside with a flathead screwdriver. So the bottom has a longer clip, and then each side, it's these sides here, has a little clip that you're just prying out of the way to unclip the airbag, and it gets hooked on to these little hooks here. I've got a notch on one side. So that's what you're unclipping. Pop your hood, and we're gonna disconnect the battery. The reason we're doing this is because we're gonna remove the airbag, or at least set it out of the way, and we're gonna be disconnecting some sensors, so we don't wanna break anything. So in order to do that, you're gonna disconnect this 10mm nut right here, or you're gonna loosen it up. You're gonna take a rag and you're gonna place it underneath the terminal after you pull it off. So pull that guy off and stick your rag underneath because you do not want that to reconnect while you're doing this install. All right, so battery's disconnected, airbag is unclipped, and I realize the steering wheel is upside down, but I'm going to set the airbag just like this, and some people will flip it over the top. I'm not trying to stress this wiring harness out at all, but your module is right here. So this is what we're gonna work on. We're gonna work on getting out, and so I just kind of pried the corner there like that. And you want to very carefully disconnect the wiring harness. Again, your steering wheel or your battery needs to be disconnected under the hood of the car, otherwise you can cause damage. All right, so now we've moved to the workbench, and this is the OEM module here. So what we need to do is we need to open the case up on this, and you can buy these aftermarket ones already in the case, but I'm cheap and I only spent $25, and I'm sure if you're watching this video you might as well. So what we're gonna do is we're going to push, we're gonna try and unclip this. After you essentially break the top of this, right, you can unclip it, and then this is the factory travel assist module. So it's kind of funny, it says US, whatever this company is on here. I did see something just kind of fall off. I don't know where it went, and that might be the reason why Volkswagen replaces these. Well, in fact, they replace the whole steering wheel all for this because they don't trust their techs to freaking pull this out and repair this on their own, which is crazy. But you want to make sure the pin out is set up correctly. Right here, 3 on that side, 2 there, and looks like 7 on the opposite side. So you want to make sure you put it back together like you had it. In my case, I'm gonna run a piece of electrical tape all the way around it. I'm gonna make sure all the pins are straight in there so it can plug right back into the car. But I'm gonna tape this up just because I did a number on the case itself. Now, like I said, you can buy this with the case already done or with it already in a case, and if you do that, you don't have to worry about this part. All right, then you plug in your new module. I'm gonna slide one side of it in, this side first, and then I push that side, the top side in, and boom, you've installed that. Now you can reinstall your steering wheel. Now we're gonna reconnect our negative battery terminal. You're gonna make sure you get this nice and snug, because if this comes off while you're driving around, it will kill the car. You'll have starting issues, you'll have charging issues, all kinds of stuff. So make sure it's nice and tight. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the car. So tons of errors on here, right? And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the steering wheel all the way to the left, all the way to the right. Then I'm gonna center the wheel again. And then all of these errors will go away. The TPMS light, that'll all go away. So just give it a second, all of that will go away. So now you've installed your module, your travel assist module in the car. Without going anywhere, hit the travel assist function. It says travel assist is selected. Make sure that that pops up and it still works. Mine's working just fine. ACC selected, that works fine. Make sure those functions work before you go out and go for a drive. That's all it takes to install that, to fix that issue. You know, you don't have to keep getting your steering wheel replaced from Volkswagen. Just replace that travel assist module. It's pretty easy to do.